So the spelling clouds, there's a phoneme, so that is a phoneme the speech sound monster for that's the speech sound monster for So for example, if they were to check a word like up, then they would see the sound value and the letter. So up, up. So that's the picture for in that word. See that? Monster. And supposing we had a word like love. Of love. Well, the O is going to be the picture for the in love, isn't it? Of love. And so basically they can go print to speech. So like supposing it was, I don't know, blood. So when they map that, they're going to see but or add blood. So they always see the sound value and not just looking at these and thinking about what they might have learned in their phonics, like it could be an O, it could be an oo. Well, here it's an So by mapping the words, it shows them the sound value, but they can also go to My Speaky. So this is why we spend the 10 days on the speech sound plan, the speech sound play plan, because it gets them to really hear the sound. So this is all the sounds that we use when we're learning, you know, to speak, to read, to write in English and whatever else. So if we wanted to know how to spell the word like you know, blood, they'd go
b o a d.
B o a d. So they're the sounds, so they don't need to think about what the letters are at the moment, because we're going to show it to them. Blood. So we're going in both directions. So when we're mapping words like up, the speech sound monster, the phoneme, tells us the sound. So up. So here the U represents the sound. So if we had a word like love, of love, have a look at that blue cow again. Of love. So it tells us which letters go with the sounds. So in this word, the O is the picture for the sound Let's have a look at another one, like touch. Oops, can't type. Touch. Okay, so if we had touch, then the picture for is going to be different again in this one, isn't it? Touch. So if they see a word and they're not sure how to read it, they can check it. Check which letters go together with the sounds. Touch. If they wanted to spell the word touch but didn't know how to spell it, touch. It's going to show the correct spelling. Now also, if you're doing this on an iPad or whatever, if they had poor phonemic awareness and they weren't sure of the sounds, they could go touch. And see it. Touch. And there's a video for every spelling cloud that goes through all of the sound picks, all of the graphemes, the spelling choices for each of the monster sounds. These are the ones most likely to be taught explicitly in phonics, but inside the clouds show all of them. And that's the bit that's missing for most children when they're being taught to read and spell. Hello, code quackers. This monster says,
And here are the sound picks. Up. The kangaroo is kicking the ball up into the air. Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Touch. You have to touch the numbers on some telephones. Blood. He's taking his blood pressure. See you again soon. Toodaloo.
Okay, so if we had up, the U would represent the sound up, 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 up. Let's go. U, U, p, o, pupil. So that I is the schwa. P, U, p, o, pupil. I, b, is, e, busy. B, is, e, busy. E, b, e, berry. B, e, berry. O, p, ought, put. P, ought, put. O, s, oop, a, super. Oop, a, super. Your, d, your, in, during. D, your, in, during. Got 3 U's. We've got the n, u, j, oo, unusual. N, u, j, oo, unusual. W, p, ng, w, in, penguin. P, ng, w, in, penguin. That's it. So we've had A, E, I, O, and U. And we've looked at the sounds. Did you find any others that I'd missed? Let me know. Okay, so what we do is we start off with giving the children the whole picture. So we're giving the children the sound value and the graphemes that represent it, and we talk about what it means. That is our starting point: the speech sounds, the spelling, and the meaning.
H, O, U, S, E, N, A, Sh, hallucination. H, O, U, S, E, N, A, Sh, hallucination. H, O, U, S, E, N, A, Sh,
Maya, can you follow the monsters to say the word?
Yes. Hallucination. Hallucination.
Wow, what's the next word?
Tricky. Hallucination.
No way. Can you read it like that?
Like or getting tricky in capitals.
Is it trickier now?
Yeah, is it capitals?
Not capitals. This one was code mapped with the different colours for the different sounds. H is one colour, is the next colour, O is one colour. Okay, now this one is just a normal way of writing a word. What does it say?
Hallucination.
Wow, good reading.
Mix up with the E.
I, N, A, sh, N. Hallucination. So what most people expect is that phonics is going to help children to be able to read words. So think about the core code that you're teaching, like A for, you know, an A is going to be A or whatever. So the children are likely to go, okay, A, O, K, A, T, whatever. The code that they know, the core code that they know. But it's going to take them ages to get to that's the word hallucination. And if they don't know what that word means, that's one part of the 3 bits that are important: the speech sounds, the spelling, and the meaning. So anyway, so a lot of children are just going to give up and go, this is too hard. So you can either check it, so you can check the Speech Sound Monsters to you know, to check the sounds, or if the children could know the sounds, they can see what it is by spelling it here in sounds. But that's a lot of working memory, that's a lot of phonological working memory, so that might be a bit tricky. So what we tend to do is we think, right, what are the words that we want the children to be able to recognize instantly and spell? This is normally sort of high frequency words or whatever, but just think about, okay, so what you would do is just add it to their word bank. So here it shows the graphemes. So you're expecting the children to look at this and have enough code knowledge to know where the letters go together. So here we're saying, well, perhaps they don't. So here are the sounds. Here are the pictures of the sounds, the graphemes. Okay, which sounds are going to go there? But think about, as I say, when a child is supposed to read this, how difficult it's going to be. So we just drag them down. Oos, it, and a sh. So we need another schwa, and then, and of course, you when you press them, they give you the sounds as well. So we've got oos, it, and a sh, and hallucination. So we've got the speech sounds, the spelling, and then we just got to help the children know what it means. Instead of saying to a child when they're learning a word or whatever, here's the word, it's too much. So we do it the other way around. So we actually start from the sounds. Hallucination. And the speech sound play plan is to increase that improve that phonemic awareness and the phonological working memory. These are 2 things that are really, really important if you want to help a dyslexic child. So we've got the hallucination in the sounds. So I just move them out just because I was also going to go over it. Ooh. So the picture for the ooh there is that one. Halluc. The picture for this is there. I, N, A, sh, n. And all of these, other than maybe the schwa, because that's not made explicit, are expectations within the Department for Education's synthetic phonics programs. The reality is that most aren't actually still teaching like the TI for the sh and all the rest of it. So we're giving the children the sound value and the graphemes that represent it, and we talk about what it means. That is our starting point: the speech sounds, the spelling, and the meaning. And these mats are ideal. It helps you as an adult understand the phonetic symbols. So like that's O. So it shows you this funny phonetic symbols, but the children aren't learning them. But it means that it's manipulative, you know, you use manipulatives. So hallucination, showing the graphemes, showing the sounds, talk about it. So the first step is show that. So show the 2 together. The second step is show it with the graphemes shown. So the children go, so they're remembering the sound value. So they've seen the sound value. Now we're going to do it so they're just going to see the graphemes. So they're no longer looking at that sort of basic core code and going, trying to go or whatever. They're going it, and a, sh, n. And then the final part is where they just see the word you know, as the regular text